Hi, my name is Kelsey Colwell, and my family and I are on day 20, holy shoot, of our COVID quarantine. And this morning I was kind of just thinking, the word panic kind of just kept coming back to my mind today. And I'm on my break for work, and I thought, this is kind of what I keep rethinking over. So I'm going to record a video on it today. And I think the reason it came back today, we had our internet upgraded. I'm working at home remotely. The kids are trying to do their school stuff at home. We're all trying to be on the internet all day long. And so stuff was getting bogged down. We needed an upgrade. So we had that happen today. And the person who came to upgrade the internet did a bunch of stuff outside because they had to pull some new wires and stuff. And then they had to come into the house for some things. And they had a mask on when they came in the house, and then they took their mask off. And I'm not going to say who the company is or not. This is not a shaming video. This is just a sharing an experience video. They took their mask off, and I mentioned, hey, I have 3 high-risk kids upstairs. Anyway, they never put their mask back on. And the 6-foot social distancing didn't super happen. And I remember I was feeling my stress and my panic and my anxiety kind of building. And today I was just thinking wow, that's happened to me several times in the last couple of weeks. And that's not typical for me. Normally I'm the, it's going to be fine person. It'll all work out. We'll figure it out. I've been really transparent. I was totally the person at the beginning of the COVID situation. I was like, this is all being blown way out of proportion. It's not that big of a deal. I was that person and totally going to own to it. And I realized I really had 3 times in all of this where I really panicked in situations where I would not have normally panicked. I think in the beginning, as everybody else really started to panic, I could feel it, right? I don't know if that was the case for any of you, but I could kind of feel my panic starting to stir, even when I was I remember asking other people and myself so much at the beginning, what am I missing? There has to be more to this than what I'm understanding, right? I also, last weekend, I'm having a little more panic now that the kids have to be super duper quarantined for their own safety. It was at the beginning of the quarantine, we were quarantining for everyone else's safety from us. Now, though, our quarantine has shifted and we have to quarantine for our own safety from others, from COVID or what else that might be out there, right? And so I'm feeling a lot more panic and stress lately. This last weekend, we did a grocery trip, and I remember my husband and I both were packing groceries into the garage, and we went, is it okay to bring this stuff in our house? I'm just gonna be honest. We totally had I don't know, and I went back and forth Kelsey, you're overreacting. That's ridiculous. I'm you're not overreacting. What if something's on this box, and then the kids get sick and something crazy happens, and while they're weak, once they're healthy, they're probably going to catch it, whatever. Just while they're weak, we can't afford to get something at the moment. And so I went there, and then I'm oh, come on, Kelsey, stop overreacting. And we're kind of people of faith too. And I'm God's going to take care of us. And I'm but we shouldn't be stupid just while we let God take care of us. And I'm totally doing this thing. And I felt it again today with that whole experience of having the internet guy come in. And I was just, my husband was, we had a giggle about it because afterwards I'm grabbing the wet wipes and I'm wiping down the door handle that he touched, and I'm wiping down this and that. And it was not big psycho crazy. It was just, mom moment. And I'm hey, put your mask on. But I think what stood out to me is, wow, I've really felt panic more often and in situations that I'm not used to feeling panic. And it got me thinking why? And I think a lot of it's the unknown. There's still so many unknown answers. So why am I feeling a lot of panic? I just don't know. How hard is this going to hit our country? How hard could it hit my kids while they're in a weakened state? Is somebody carrying it? Are they not? We don't know. It's all the unknowns, right? And so today I'm just trying to kind of go, hey, I don't know, right? Taking myself back to the place again. I don't know. There's still a lot of things we don't know. There's still a lot of things we're figuring out. Giving myself lots of grace. It's okay to feel panic. It's okay to stress about it. And then back myself up and go, but what can I control? And how can I I just think probably a lot more of us are experiencing panic than we're used to. And people who do experience panic, somewhat normal on a normal basis are probably experiencing it even more than they're used to. And I don't have answers. Like, I mean, give me some tips, please. Like, how do I help that? Like, when my heart rate is pounding, I'm kind of freaking out, I'm feeling stressed, and it just made me acutely aware again that the people I'm interacting with on a daily basis virtually, right, are probably really in an interesting mental state. I know I am. I mean, I don't know what they just went through 15 minutes ago or yesterday or whatever. So, man, I think I've said it over and over, but I'm just reminded again today to be gracious to each other, to not be judgmental of people who are being overreactive or people who are being what might appear cavalier. Like, I think I flexed again, and I've said that before, I have totally flexed both of those directions multiple times, right? So it's a new emotion for me. I'm not typically a panicker. I don't really know how to handle it. I don't really even know what to do with it. But it's popping up for me more and more. So again, we started these videos just to be transparent. I don't have any good answers. We're just one family in Western Washington walking it out and sharing our story. So panic is what I'm feeling today a little bit. And also just trying to give myself the space to feel it, even though I don't maybe know how to solve it. And maybe that's my nugget in all of it anyway, is I don't know how to solve it. And yes, I probably need a shower. Is anybody else like working remotely and their hair is a hot mess? Because you don't see anybody else. I think I've been in a messy bun for like 10 days. Today I'm like, it's a hat and a braid because I don't have to do much to pull that off. Anyway, all right. I hope all of you are doing well. Yeah, this is just us. We're going after it, trying to make the best of our situation and just trying to be honest and share. We'd love to hear your stories. We'd love to hear your challenges, your successes. So feel free to share with us.